Now let's talk about all the switches and controls that we've mounted on the console. On the port side, our first switch is a spare switch. This one's not wired to anything on this boat yet, but will be available for use when electronics are installed. Our next switch energizes the circuit for the Seakeeper gyro stabilizer. When you press that button, you'll see that the Seakeeper screen comes alive and will allow you to spin up the Seakeeper in preparation for its use. Next switch are panel lights. This will allow for you to read your gauges at night. Simply pressing that button will illuminate the units that are on the console. Now we have accessories 1 and 2. These are spares as well that will be available for secondary installations after the boat is fully commissioned. The bait light switch turns on a light in each of the 2 corner bait wells that are in the stern of the boat. Bait well 2 and bait well 1 will energize the pumps that feed water to those bait wells. Be sure that the seacock is open when using the bait wells 1 and 2. The next switch on this panel is the parallel switch. This is what will allow you to start one of your engines if the battery becomes run down somehow. If you're out at the sandbar and you used accessories that take 12 volts, you probably might need this. This is a safeguard that allows you to jump the batteries together and have power to start the engines. We have a switch called transom lights that actually turns on the bilge lights in the transom area. You'll be able to see the pumps and equipment that's mounted down there at night with that light turned on, the transom light. Accessory 4 is available for use after electronics are installed. We have a macerator switch that will evacuate water from the fish box. There's a red telltale on that. There are 4 bilge pumps mounted in this boat. Pumps 3 and 4 are in the stern, 1 and 2 are in the cabin area. You turn the pump on, you'll see that a red telltale illuminates. These pumps are also on 24/7 hot circuits that allow for the bilge pumps to operate through the float switch even with the batteries turned off. So keep in mind, if you see a red telltale, it means that your bilge pump is running and that you probably want to look and see why that pump is running. It could be a stuck float switch, or if there's water in the bilge, you need to determine where that water is coming from. In between the bilge pump switches, we have the windlass switch. To energize the windlass circuit, you need to press this button. This will allow the windlass to work either through the control at the helm or the foot switches that are mounted forward in the anchor compartment area. When you're finished using the windlass, be sure to turn this off. Nav lights turn on your navigation lights. You have red and green on the corners of the hardtop with a forward-facing steaming light and a stern light mounted on the back of a mast that is mounted on the hardtop in the after section. That needs to be raised so that you're 1 meter above the red and green lights. The anchor light is another circuit that turns on a 360 white light that will allow you to display the fact that you're at anchor at night. Simply press that on and your white anchor light will illuminate. Next we have the hardtop lights. Hardtop lights are 4 color to run through the various white, red, blue, and violet colors. You simply press the button for each selection. The spreader light switch is next. That will turn on the 2 small spreader lights that are on the aft corners of the hardtop. These will illuminate in white, red, and blue. Once again, pushing the button each time you want a different color. Cockpit lights work the same way as the hardtop lights. These are 4-color. You can select your color by pressing the button once for white, twice for red, 3 times for blue, and 4 times for violet. We have spare, accessory 3, and accessory 6 are all available for aftermarket installations once the boat is finished with electronics. Your underwater lights will turn on the underwater lights that shine aft on this boat. They are multicolor and will run through the various colors. There's information in your owner's packet on how to select which color you'd like to have. The 3 remaining switches are spares that can be used for whatever is necessary after the boat is commissioned.